Hi, I'm Jill with the West Regional Branch of the Mobile Public Library, and I am back again with another book recommendation. This time I want to recommend a historical novel, and it's a historical military drama called Sharpe's Tiger. If you have seen any of the, now I mean they're pretty old at this point, but if you've seen any of the Sean Bean Sharpe movies, these movies were based on that book series, but this particular book did not have a movie based on it. Sharpe's Tiger is chronologically the first book in the Sharpe series, but Bernard Cornwell, who wrote the books, he actually wrote them like all out of order with each other. The first one he wrote was actually Sharpe's Rifles, so this is technically the first one in the series, but it was set in 1809, and this was written in like I think late 80s, like somewhere like 87, 88, something like that. Whereas Sharpe's Tiger is set 10 years prior to that in 1799, but it was actually written 10 years after Rifles. So I like to read series in chronological order, not in the order they were written. So, but you know, Rifles is good too if you want to start with Rifles. But Sharpe's Tiger is available for checkout on Hoopla, both as an audiobook and as an ebook, and you can also pick up a copy from the library because we do have print copies of it. What it's actually about is Richard Sharpe is an enlisted person. He's just a private, he might be a corporal, but I think he's a private, in India in the British Army back in 1799, and he has something of an adventure with an officer. And back in those days, officers and enlisted were very, very clearly demarcated by class. Enlisted people were just like commoners, and your officers were gentlemen. And there was no like crossing in between. It wasn't like you go to officer candidate school and take a test and you might become an officer. You might become an officer even though you started as a sergeant. There's, like I said, there's a very clear class divide there. And Richard Sharpe, like I said, he's just an enlisted person, and he has some trouble with his sergeant, who's basically evil. He's kind of like the villain of the whole book. And he has some adventures, and he ends up like working with this lieutenant, and the lieutenant gets him promoted, and this is like the first step on his way to eventually becoming an officer. And like most of the Sharpe books take place during, you know, the Napoleonic Wars in Europe, and Richard Sharpe is an actual like an officer, not an enlisted person, but Sharpe's Tiger is like his first step on the route there, because he gets a promotion to sergeant for just being like, you know, like a brilliant soldier. Like he's just really good at being a soldier. So, you know, it's a really good adventure novel. And just the Sharpe character is just really likable. So, you know, I would, if you like, you know, historical dramas, I would definitely give this one a shot. If you like adventure type stuff, this is, you know, got a lot of action adventure. It's very well researched historically. It's got really well drawn characters. This particular book series, I don't know how many books there are. I've got all of them, but I think there's, you know, 15 or so. And I've read and enjoyed every single one of them. But like I said, I would say start with Sharpe's Tiger first, because it is the first one in the series chronologically. Okay, and now for food, let's see, what else have I been eating lately? I've been doing a lot of these videos. I'm just like running out of foods. Okay, one thing I gotta admit that I did, and it was terrible, is my favorite candy bar, which, you know, I won't say the brand name of, because, you know, we don't want to be like promoting particular items, but it has Rice Krispies, peanut butter, caramel, and then milk chocolate. So, you know, if you want to know what that one is, you can ask me in the comments. But anyway, it's fairly hard to find. I couldn't find it at the local grocery store. I used to see them at Walgreens, but I couldn't find it there. So I actually went on the Hershey's website to see, you know, are you still making them? And well, Hershey's was still making them. It's just nowhere locally was stocking them. So I bought a case. So I've been eating like a candy bar every day. Don't do that. I shouldn't have bought a case. It was a very poor decision. But you know, sometimes it's like, you know, midnight and you want a specific thing and you go, oh yeah, that sounds like a good idea. So, you know, I've been eating a lot of candy bars. That my favorite may no longer be my favorite after I eat an entire case of them by myself. Anyway, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what your favorite candy bar is, and if you've ever read any of the Sharpe books. And I will also recommend the movies. We do have them on DVD at the library. The books are actually better than the movies, but the movies are pretty good. Anyway, see you next time. Bye-bye.